Hey guys, what's up? It's Stick with Laura, and I'm back today with another Journal with Me video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my final 2025, which let's do a check. I don't even think we're halfway still, but we might be. But I think it's just bigger on that side because I have stickers. Like, I don't think we're halfway. But this is going to be a big month. So this is likely going to be a long video. But this month I read 8 books, which is a lot. I also saw movies. I don't think I have any new games to add. I did play Fast Food Simulator like one day, but I ended up Jake hated it. I loved it, but Jake hated it, so I didn't really play it anymore throughout the week, or month, sorry. This is all from the Merry Movie Marathon kit from SPC. And it's in matte sticker paper. I am going to heavily model this after August, which I didn't even have any fashion people, so this will be easy. Let's put some of these corners down. These are all from that same SPC kit. Merry Movie Marathon. I just chose, they're a la carte sheets, so I just chose like what I wanted personally. I am going to use this girl because she's gorgeous and looks like me. And you can't always say that as an Asian girl in the planning community. So I have that girl. And then, where's my graph? There it is. I have my graph, which is my breakdown of the books I read and when. Oh, I'll put December here so I can put my graph like, how do I want it? Okay, we'll put it like this. And then I have my grid, which I read however much romance, however much literary, and however much thriller. I can't do the math right now. And I forgot the actual math for it. I have my 8 books and 3.72 average star rating. And let's see, do I want to add any other? Put this there. And then let's add some of this in. This is the large deco sheet, I believe. I just have the Fashion Girl pretty much left. Okay, and then over here, I'm going to put in December with, I have more of these like decorative, I think I want to use the cookies. And I haven't done any of my holiday spreads in my actual journal. I've been prioritizing my media journal, so I do want to save some stuff for my regular journal, but for now I'm going to use some of this. I'm going to use all the E's in one sitting. Oh my god. Oh well. December. Okay. December. And then, let's see, should I put the lights? above. That might be cute. String lights version 1 from SPC. Put these at the top. That's cute. That's actually so cute. Oh my god, I love that. Should I do it on this? I'm gonna do it on this side too. I love these. I ripped it. Okay, put those down there. That's so cute. I love those string lights. I feel like that adds so much. Okay, I'm just gonna put some of these deco bits down, I think. And did I add anything else in my August? Why does this look so empty? Oh, I had deco above it. Well, I don't have a lot of deco unless I have Christmas deco, which I might. I got to look. I'll be back. Hello guys, I am back. I added some of Plannahannah's Pixie Gold Christmas deco off screen, I'm pretty sure, off film, off camera, off screen, whatever. So that's pretty much the cover pages, which I'm really loving. I like to do the cover pages, but some months I don't read that much, so I'm like, what's the point? And also I don't always have like art and stuff for it, but hopefully in the new year I can start doing more of that. So in December, I did read 8 books. So we're going to hop into the books first and start with those. The first book I read was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, which I once again forgot to pull up my Goodreads. So I'm going to have to pause this and go get my Goodreads ratings. But I'm pretty sure I rated this 4, 5 stars. I think 4. If, Say You'll Remember Me was like 5, 6 star read, which was my first Abby Jimenez book. This was my, this was my 4th Abby Jimenez book, this year / at all, because I haven't really read before this year. Let's see, how do I want to lay these out? I like these are kind of big. I really like the plant room. So this is about 2 ER nurse doctors who fall in love. They actually first fall in love by like writing each other little love notes, which I think is so cute because that's what Jake and I used to do in high school. And I feel like that's like a lost art. Like no kids do that anymore these days, you know? And they leave it in their little lockers at the ER hospital, which is why I have that. I'll just put this down first. My art, I printed a lot of art because I really enjoyed this book. But with that, I don't have that much room. But yeah, I custom print these images myself. I just find art on Pinterest, Google Images. Sometimes I'll go on the writer's Instagram page even. But I need to cut off this corner. But they don't always have art that's like very hit or miss. But mostly Pinterest. And oh, my quote. Oh, shoot. BRB. All right, guys, I kind of made an error and I didn't realize I actually rated this book 5 stars. So it was meant to have its own page, which is why I printed out so much art. And now I like layered this and tried to pick it up and ruined it. So it's gonna just have to stay. But I don't want to put 2 quotes on top of each other. So I think I'll just put something small at the bottom, I suppose. but I'm going to just layer these quotes. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book, and I guess I forgot how much already a month later, which is very me. But the first quote I have is Jacob, which I like. I don't usually use the names, but I liked that one because that's my husband's name. Jacob made me feel safe. He was like a living lullaby, a softly spoken word, the smell of coffee and toast in the morning, or a cozy fleece blanket, the rain pattering on the roof on a day where you don't have to go anywhere or do anything. And then I always think that when we're quiet, we're agreeing to be harmless to each other, that we're just sharing the same space and letting each other exist exactly as we are, and neither of us would hurt or upset the other one. Which I just love that quote. Okay, I'm going to put this book right here in the middle. These books I get printed from Plannahannah. The quotes I also get printed from Plannahannah. I do have a code at Hannah's shop. You can use Laura15 to save 15% off, or mention me in the notes and you'll get my current freebie, which is a very cute AAPI inspired freebie right now. Perfect for the upcoming holidays. So okay, I have the star, I have the book. The stars are also from SPC, and then this is the deco I have, which is the writing deco in gold, because like I said, they are writing love letters back and forth to each other to start, and that's like initially how they get, or they start talking, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so that is that for that book. Some of this deco is kind of big. I really love this. Also the main male character in this book has generalized anxiety disorder, which I also am diagnosed with and have been forever. And I think it is portrayed very, very well and very realistic. I don't know why this keeps making sounds. To what, having like a panic attack, or I don't know if he has a panic attack. I also have panic attack disorder, which is a separate disorder, but I don't know if he has panic attacks, but anxiety attacks, which are different than panic attacks, if you don't know. But yeah, also my friend Casey, she has a books Instagram, I'm pretty sure too, like Casey Reads, but Casey Plans. She recommended me this Abby Jimenez book because I posted about how much I loved Say You'll Remember Me, which was Abby's new release this year, and that was her first book I read. I don't even know why I was drawn to it. I don't know if it was the plot or what, or I was just exposure effect, seeing it all over the Barnes and Nobles, because it was like everywhere, I feel like. I don't know what it was, but I, for some reason, read that one first, and that is forever, at least for now, my favorite Abby Jimenez book. But yours truly was a close second. Really enjoyed it. Out of the 4 I've read, I think I said. So yeah. All right, I'm done with this deco. I feel like that's a lot. Let's see if Julie Chan is Dead will fit here. No, unless I cut off some of it, which I could. What other books do I have? I could do Done and Dusted because those things are small. Let's do that. Okay, so I did read Done and Dusted listen to Done and Dusted at the end of the month. I finished this on literally like December 30th, I think. I finished this in Atmosphere on the same day. But this book I just got on Libby, because it looked interesting. I was like, you know, I'll try a cowboy romance and see if I like it. I did not like it. I gave this book, I think 3 stars, I'm pretty sure. And I was just, oh God, what did I just do there? I was just kind of bored. Like, it was just a basic love story. I don't feel like there was, like, you know, anything super extra. Okay, I can't get that up. And now I ruined that. I don't have my quotes or anything for this book, so I'm just going to go ahead and plop a piece of deco here where I messed up that book, and I'm gonna come back to that one. I'm gonna have to come back to this, unfortunately, because my quote isn't here. But this is an old cowboy deco sheet from the Bodyguard book, but I figured the yellows match, so I used it there. But yeah, that's done and dusted. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm pretty sure I got a quote for that book. And then let's do 2 books over here. Let's do Julie Chan is Dead at the top. These dividers I'm using are from SPC. So Julie Chan is Dead is about, I need to cut this. Oh, I guess that's part of it. Or does it go like that? No. Julie Chen is Dead is about 2 twin girls, Chinese girls, who have like separated lives. And then I don't know how much of this is going to be a spoiler, so maybe fast forward a little if you want to read this. But basically Julie finds herself in Chloe's life is all I'll say. And Chloe lives a very privileged, influencer, famous life, and Julie did not. So that's the premise of that book. And I'm going to look up these quotes because I once again don't know. Okay. I'm going to put this quote from the book that I liked. I did really love like the API rep, obviously, in this book. But it just, I kind of like lost the plot. Like, I feel like it just got really crazy. And I was just like I know it was fiction, but I was just like, what exactly am I reading now? So yeah, I gave it 2 stars because I was just like, at the end, I genuinely was like, what the hell did I just read? I was very, very, very confused. So yeah, that's Julie Chan is Dead. Love the AAPI rep. The quote I have is, I'll never be applauded for mediocrity. I don't know how to say that word because I'm not a stereotypically beautiful white girl. Deco. I don't really have deco. I don't know if the blood deco is relevant, but I feel like it is enough because it's a thriller and some weird shit goes on. So we're just gonna plop this in. This is in red from Hannah's shop, I think. I don't know. Usually it's in Pixie Red, but I guess I got this in red. But yeah, I know a lot of people enjoyed this book, so I think I'm just like, it just went too far over my head. I also listened to it on audio, and I was like in Hawaii, and I was very distracted while listening to this because I was like sightseeing and stuff, but like had this on in the background. So that definitely might play a role too. Like, I didn't get the full effect. But I was just like, what the hell did I just listen to after listening to this? So that is Julie Chan is Dead. And then the next book I also listened to, which was The Teacher by Frida McFadden. I've been in a little Frida phase. I'm on my 2nd book this month in January, the month after this, by her. I've just been really into the psychological thrillers. This book was weird, and I was able to predict 100% of it, which is like so annoying. I need to figure out what my quote is for this book. But the way these books just draw me in, and I'm just listening. Like, I listened to this in a day as well. I feel like I've listened to every single one of her books so far in a day. And it's to the point where I'll let my Libby hold just wait until like there's a day left, and then I'm like, oh, I have a day to listen to this. Okay, the quote I have for this book is, every day I think I've experienced the worst day yet. There's a new winner, which is honestly so relatable in the worst way possible. But yeah, this was another just like psychological thriller. I thought it was very predictable. Like, the twist was not twisting, but it also like completely had me like so invested. I finished this in a day, like I do with most of her books, and I was just like, wow. So yeah, that's The Teacher. I have School Deco because it takes place in a school in dark blue from Plannahannah. So I'm going to use this. And yeah, I even though all of her books so far for me, I've been able to predict all of them pretty much that I've read. I still just really, I don't know. Like, I like the psychological thriller because I feel like an actual thriller would scare the bejesus out of me. But psychological is like, I don't know. It's not as freaky to me because I'm like, oh, that's not going to happen. Well, it would happen. But also there's a psychiatric aspect to a lot of the books I've been listening to and reading. And I like that because I'm a psych major. I'm a psych major. I got a bachelor's in psych. I was a psych major a million years ago when I was in college, and I'm now old AF. But yeah, I just like the psychological thriller aspect. And I'm currently listening to Never Lie, which there's a lot of psychological aspects to, because one of the main characters is a psychiatrist. And then the other book, Ward D, that I listened to also in January. So those will be my next media journal with me's. But also a psychiatrist main character, and I very much enjoy that because I would definitely be a psychiatrist if I could / felt like going to that much school, which I don't. So that is that for those 4 books. I guess I have 4 more, and I did want to do a whole page for one, but if I have 4, I just don't think that's gonna work out. Oh wait, no, I have 2. Okay, it will work out because I have 2 5 stars in those 4, and then just 2 other books. Okay, so let's do my first 5 star, which was 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This was more like a 6 star. I printed so much stuff for this book. I loved it. I had no idea what to expect with this book. So I don't really want to talk about it because I went in with no, and I mean no, idea about what this was about. Some of these pictures might be spoilers. So like fast forward, seriously. But this book changed me. I just am forever changed by it. I bought this in our local Goodwill Media. For $1. Paperbacks are $1 there. And I read it on the plane to Hawaii. I did go to Hawaii the month of December when I read a lot of these books. So I read Yours truly, The Teacher, Julie Chen is Dead, and this book. So I brought it to Hawaii because I actually gifted my mom Atmosphere, which I ended up later reading, and it was also a very, A5, I'll just spoil it, a 5-star read. But this was like a 6-star. Like, I am just so changed. Wait, I have quotes. I am just so changed by this book, and I just loved it so much. So much. But yeah, I don't really want to like say what it's about because like I literally went in with zero idea except for the fact that this woman had 7 mysterious husbands, and I feel like that really like, you know, I loved the book so much more because of that. So please fast forward through this part, especially the quote part, if you have not read this book and you want to, because like I really just don't want to spoil it. But now that those people are gone, I will say, I'm going to have to cut one of these boxes. I will say, I'm going to cut this shorter just because I don't have a smaller box that's long enough. I will say this book really, like my bisexualness, I was just like, oh my God, I felt so validated, you know? I just really enjoyed this book. And I think that's why I enjoyed it so much, is because I myself am bisexual, so I just could really relate to Evelyn Hugo. Okay. This quote down here: you have to find a job that makes your heart feel big instead of one that makes it feel small. That is such a great quote and really relatable to my job because my job makes my heart feel so big. I mean, I be really helping the kiddos out there, so I love it. So I love that quote. And then I spent half my time loving her and the other half hiding how much I loved her. Put that there. We'll put the book here. And then the star rating here. And then I do have deco. So I have the movie deco in dark green foil from Hannah's Shop. Once again. So anyways, I don't even know if I finished my story, but basically I bought this at Goodwill, at our media Goodwill for $1 because paperbacks are $1 there. And I read it from Kona to San Francisco on the way home in a 4.5-hour flight. I read that shit and I was shocked. My mom had already read it, and so I gifted her, I don't know if I said this, I think I was starting to say it and then I like didn't say it, but I gifted her Atmosphere for her birthday, which her birthday was while we were in Hawaii, December 9th, so within this month. And because of that, she had told me she had already read 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So I was like, I'll bring my copy. Because she had gifted, or she didn't gift. She let my sister-in-law borrow her copy. My sister-in-law did not even care for the book, but whatever. So yeah, I brought this book because I gifted her Atmosphere, which is by the same author. And so I was like, we can buddy read. But she never even opened Atmosphere on the trip home. So I just read this book because I was like, it's on my TBR. I want to read it. And I'm so glad I did. And then she later read Atmosphere. I'm going to use all this deco because this is a big page. She later read Atmosphere and then let me borrow it, and I read Atmosphere, and that and Done and Dusted were the 2 books I finished on December 30th, right before the month ended. But yeah, I also really enjoyed Atmosphere, which I'm also waiting on quotes and everything for the last books. So I feel like I should just wait. I don't know. Because I'm waiting on quotes. Alright, guys. It's currently January 14th when I'm filming this, and I did place a Hannah order with quotes for my last 3 books, which I'll just tell you are Lessons in Chemistry, Not in Love, and then my other 5-star read, which was Atmosphere. So I'm going to save a page here for 2, a page here for Atmosphere, and then I'm going to go into my movies. My movies, I have 3, and I don't usually do a whole page for I only really do a whole page for 5-star reads, unless it just turns out I can't. So I think I'm going to do a page for my favorite movie that also just won a bunch of Golden Globes recently, One Battle After Another, and I'm just going to print more art because I need to print art anyway. And then I'm going to put 2 movies here, and then I'll be back for a millionth part of this video, because apparently that's just what I'm doing. So I'm going to do these 2 movies, which I thought these 2 were both like 3 stars, to be honest. The first one, we watched One Battle After Another and Wake Up Dead Man Knives Out 3 on the same night. One Battle After Another we watched first, and it was just so good. So I don't know if it clouds my judgment for this one, but I also just like didn't like the scene of this, the scenery. It was like gothic church vibes, and that's just not really my vibe. Like, I'm not a gothic church vibe girly. I loved the first Knives Out, and I really did enjoy the second one as well. I thought was pretty good. But this one, I was just not feeling it. I was so bored. And then we also saw Avatar. I don't know how I'm going to fit all this. I might just have to cut some of it. Fire and Ash in theaters, like the week after Christmas or something, because that's like when it came out. And it just felt like I was rewatching the second and third one. Like, it was like the second and third storylines combined, and I don't even remember those movies, but it all of a sudden hit me that I had already watched whatever I was watching before. I was just so bored. I was so bored. And for this movie to be as long as it was, I'm just gonna have to cover some of it, as long as it was and be that bad, it wasn't fair. It really was not fair. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna print out more art for this too, just because I don't like the empty spaces. Like, look at how empty this one is. I'm gonna print out more art for this too, because I need to print out more art. But that is that. I'm gonna have to find movie deco and all that, but I will be back with more art. And I guess I'll wait till the rest of my Hannah order comes in to finish this spread. But I just wanted to get a sense of where December will end. And now I know it will end on this page, which means I have till this page. So let me just mark that. And then this will be my new 2026 media journal starting, which is exciting. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, it's been a little. I had to wait for some stuff to come in the mail from Hannah, like these quotes mainly. So I am back, and I'm going to finish, hopefully tonight. So I have all of this. I don't know if I added the Pixie Gold Christmas deco from Hannah's shop on top after. I have yours truly done and dusted. So I put the Blue Hollow deco on that I bought. And then I forgot that I got a quote and forgot to put it on. So we're just going to lay it on top because it's literally fine. Oh, okay. We'll just put it there. It literally got on straight somehow. Sugar, you deserve to go out on your own terms. Just because you got dusted doesn't mean you're done. And then we have Julie Chen is dead. The teacher, yours truly done and dusted. Okay. So that's all done. We have 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is done. And then we did start this. I don't know if I filmed this, but it's literally just like 5 stickers down. So let's do Lessons in Chemistry and Not in Love. And then I have one more book and then some movies, and this should eventually finally be done. These are both science-y books. Let's use this. It looks like the whatever symbol in chemistry. I don't remember words right now or chemistry lingo, but you know what I mean if you're a chemist. Okay, let me mute that. Sorry, it's Jake's laptop. Okay, so it is now February when I'm filming this. I was aiming to get this up in January, and then I was waiting for everything. So we'll put Not in Love at the top. I did do this new thing where I round all the corners with the corner rounder I got. And I am obsessed and probably never going back. Okay, so we can put this here. This story, I just remember the dog's name was Tiny and the girl's name was Rue, and that was so funny to me because my mom's name is Ruth, or I call her Rue, and her husband's nickname, my dad, is Tiny. Like, that's his American nickname because he has a Thai name. That's very hard to pronounce for Americans. So yeah. I thought that was freaking hilarious. I did not enjoy this book. I was so bored. It's just about like 2 chemists who literally the whole premise of the book, like, I hate to be that person, but I'm not even going to tell you like what the premise of the book is, but it's just dumb. Like, it was just like I read boring words and nothing happened or progressed in the book. So yeah, I think I rated this like 2 stars just because I don't really rate anything 1 star, unless I like don't finish it, which when I didn't finish a book once last year, I didn't even rate it 1 star. I just didn't even rate it. Do I have box version 3? I think that would be the best fit, but I don't see that available. Okay. I guess we can cut this. I'm just gonna cut this because it's a little big. I have a quote here. I've never felt more beautiful than when he looked at me like I was the final prototype of someone's entire fantasy life. I thought that was a funny quote for this book. Yeah, this is a book by Ali Hazelwood, Not in Love. I don't know if I said that. And I really like Ali Hazelwood's Love Hypothesis. I haven't read the other books in that series, but I have them. And my cousin read them, and she really enjoyed them. Because we like buddy read them, or we buddy read Love Hypothesis, and then she kind of read the others without me. But I really enjoy that series, but I don't know, this one was just like so boring. So I have this quote from Plan of Hannah, my tweezers. And then, why does that look so crooked? Like, it's definitely crooked, right? Okay. And then I have the book from Plannahannah. This was an Ali Hazelwood book, like I said. And then we need the stars. These stars at the bottom, or let's put them up here because there's some room. Okay. And then I have this Science-y deco in Purple Hollow that I felt would work. But yeah, this book was so boring. I just did not care for it at all. I'm going to be honest. This was probably, yeah, the worst. I think it was worse than Julie Chen is Dead, in my opinion. So this was probably the worst book I read in December. But that's fine. You win some, you lose some. I'm sure some people would enjoy it. It was just like, the storyline was so boring to me. So boring. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes also, I feel like sometimes when I listen to audiobooks, I'm just not there. Like, Julie Chen is Dead. I was in Hawaii sightseeing and, like, doing a bunch of things. Because I know a lot of people really love that book. So, like, I don't know. Like, it could also just be like how I'm listening to them. Like, if I was fully paying attention and reading it, I probably would enjoy it more. But I also just don't feel like reading every single book, you know? Like, I want to do some audiobooks. And if it doesn't capture my attention, it doesn't capture my attention. But I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I'm not present when I'm listening to my audiobooks. And so my ratings are really hurt by that. But I don't know. Audiobooks were already like a transition for me because I was like, I'm not a very good listener. Like, I'm more visual. So I had to like practice like listening to the audio. And sometimes even now I'm like, wait, I'm not listening. I need to replay that. Because even like when my own, like Jake, for example, he is amazing. He is unlike most men and listens to every single thing I say. He will take it all in and hear it. Like, even when I think Mans is not paying any attention, he will repeat exactly what I just said back to him, like, perfectly. It's crazy. So he is not like most men and can repeat things really well, but because of that, he's like amazing with the audiobook thing. Like, he listens to my audiobooks, he listens to his audiobooks, like, he has no issue with it. But I'm just so much more visual that I just like, I just zone out. I'm not always listening. I don't always listen in movies. I don't listen to the lyrics and songs. Like, I'm just really bad about that. So I feel like sometimes the books I listen on audio, for example, Not in Love, like, could be harmed in my rating because I'm not paying any attention, which is my personal bad. Anyways, that's my little rant. That's Not in Love. Let me cut off this. I'm sorry I had nothing to say about the book other than it was terrible. But in the new year, I want to try and do these videos more closer to when I read them. It's just, I also order things, so it takes a second. But I do want to be better about that. Okay, the next book I read was Lessons in Chemistry. Okay, so we have Lessons in Chemistry. I just have these two images. This was like a slow burn romance story about an amazing chemist, and kind of just like her life story. She has an amazing ass dog, which I really loved. But it was really good. Like, it was just very informative. This is a very large quote that I have that I'm going to be putting down, but this book is just a very intelligent female character, and I love that. I love how it was written. I'm sure these graphics are actually from the TV show, which my mom said she watched. I need to move this. I'm pretty sure this is removable. Yes. Okay. My mom said she watched it and read the book. I did not watch the TV show, but I'm pretty sure this is Brie Larson. I don't think I will watch the TV show just because it's not really my type, but I did just read this book because I was gifting it to my aunt for the holidays, and I was like, oh, I might as well read it because I have it, you know? So I read it. My aunt has like a PhD in chemistry, so it just made sense. This is the same deco, but in coral. The book I got was in coral, but the book that Hannah printed was not in coral, so it kind of doesn't really match, but it's fine. So yeah, this was a nice little slow burn, and she raises the most intelligent dog ever. And I don't know, I really love the story. You don't find out a lot of things till the very end about her life, and I really enjoyed that storytelling. Sorry, dogs are barking. So yeah, I got this foil in coral because if you look up the other version of the book, I don't know what book version this is. The cover is coral, and I try and match the deco bits to the cover, but it kind of matches. It's fine. But yeah, again, this is just the science deco from Hannah's shop, and I'm not going to use too much of it because I just used a bunch of it up there. I'm just trying to use some of these dots for deco bits. I do need to read the quote because I don't think I read the quote to you guys. But yeah, I really like rounding these corners in my printed pictures now. I think it looks a lot better for the pictures. And as humans, we're byproducts of our upbringings, victims of our lackluster educational systems, and choosers of our behaviors. In short, the reduction of women to something less than men and the elevation of men to something more than women is not biological. It's cultural, and it starts with two words, pink and blue. Everything skyrockets out of the blue from there. I really love that quote. So yeah, those are my two science-y romance books, Lessons in Chemistry and Not in Love. I hate how this looks without the rounded corners now. Like, I just think the rounded corners look so much better. But in the new year, everything will look better. I mean, this looks terrible. The final book we have is Atmosphere. My second Taylor Jenkins Reid book of the year. I gifted this to my mom for her birthday, which was in December. And yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. So I have a bunch of things here. I'm doing a whole page because it was a 5-star read for me. My mom did work for NASA for 43 years, so I gifted her this book because she had read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo already, and she said she had enjoyed it. So I was like, she likes the writing, and this was just like a new release this year, and everyone was talking about it, so I gifted it to her. She gave it like 4 stars. She said it was really unrealistic to like how NASA operates, and how like if something were to arise, like what happens in the book, it never would happen because of how careful they are. And so she had to nix a star for that, but I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. Why do I keep laying these stickers down bad? Okay. But yeah, it's a love story about a female astronaut at NASA, and kind of like what that looked like back in the day. But things are very similar now still, my mom says, so not a lot's changed. I mean, now all of NASA is like defunded, and my mom retired at a great time last April because then someone took over and completely defunded the whole organization. But this was a great book. I need to read more Taylor Jenkins Reid. If you have oh, I need the quotes. Yeah, we're going to need to move this because I have the quotes. If you have Taylor Jenkins Reid book recommendations, please let me know. These 2 books are the only ones I've read in December, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. Let me do this. Okay. Put this in my quotes that I get printed from Hannah's shop. I don't want to, it's fine. Okay. My first quote is, but I think it is also the relief I feel those stars are immovable. Nothing you or I could do will ever alter them. They are so much bigger than us, and they will not change within our lifetime. We can succeed or fail, get in right or get in wrong, love and lose the ones we love, and still the summer triangle will point south. And in that way, I know everything will be some type of okay, as impossible as that can seem sometimes. Love that quote. My mom always had me appreciate space and the stars, and reading this book and going to my mom's final rocket launch in 2023 was like amazing for me. I learned so much and just appreciate what she does and what all space explorers do so much more. And then I have this quote. Bravery is being unafraid of something that other people are afraid of. Courage is being afraid but strong enough to do it anyway. And then let's put back down this NASA sticker. I have so many NASA stickers, but I didn't really look through my own collection. I just printed stuff. I'm just going to have to layer this. It's fine. Okay, atmosphere. I have the stars. And then we'll put on some of the deco. Have this space deco in Blue Hollow from Hannah's shop because it matches the book cover, obviously. But yeah, I really love this book. It was so good. I loved it. I definitely got more emotional than 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo for sure, but it was just so good, so beautifully written. I love how she writes. But yeah, if you have any Taylor Jenkins Reid recs, would love them because she is one of my favoriteest authors ever. Just gonna put these stars down. This again is in Blue Hollow from Plan a Hannah. I do have a code at Hannah's shop. You can use Laura15 to save 15% off, or mention my name in the notes and you'll get my current freebie, which is a cute AAPI Southeast Asian Thai inspired freebie. I love the stars on this sheet. They're like rounded corners. They're very cute. I'm gonna put down the rest of this deco and not bore you guys, and then I'll be back. Alrighty guys, I put down all the deco for that. I'm loving how that looks for Atmosphere and 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, my 2 5-star reads. I have Avatar, Fire and Ash, and Wake Up Dead Man. I need to find deco for these because I just feel like these pages are very empty, or like mystery deco or something for this one would be good. And then the last thing I have is a movie. Another movie, but it was my 5-star movie, and I think that's literally it. So let's just do this. and I'll figure out this page and then fill in the stars and everything. And that's literally it for my 2026 journal. How thick are we looking? Okay, we're about like halfway done. That's pretty good. But I will definitely be consuming more media in the new year. I already have, but in what's it called? 2026. I printed so much stuff. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm just seeing how I want to fit it all. Maybe like that. Yeah. So yeah, One Battle After Another stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor, who's my newest obsession. I just watched the Grammys last night, and oh my god, she is gorgeous. But this was just such a good movie. Like, for current times, would highly recommend watching it. It was just like the most crazy storyline ever about this girl who gets kidnapped and the means this terrible man will do just because she is black, basically. Like, it's just kind of terrible. And it's literally set in the future, which is even crazier. And if it's any depiction of how our country's headed, like, if you need any depiction of how our country's headed, this is a great one, because it makes you go WTF, but if you're hip to current times, you're like, oh yeah, no, this is actually like could happen right now, and it's batshit crazy, but it could happen right now. So yeah, I really, really loved this movie. I thought Leonardo DiCaprio did great, which I don't always think he does great. So yeah, One Battle After Another. And I'm going to need some deco bits. So I'm going to look for some deco, whether it be foil or matte stickers, for these last movie spreads. And then I think everything else is filled out. I can do my stars with you guys and just do a little wrap up. So yeah. Okay guys, I took this deco sheet of random twinkle bits and did that. I used a like movie theater ticket because I did see Avatar in theaters. This is flying everywhere. I used some random ass candles and poison stickers I had from Halloween sheets. It's getting real random, and I don't want it to get too random. So I'm just gonna put on this deco. It's in Gold Waves from Hannah Shop. It's just movie deco. And I'm going to call that a day and just put on some of this movie deco. And yeah, basically that's it. That's it for these spreads. I feel like the movie and TV show, I don't know, maybe I need to print more art for them. I just feel like if I don't enjoy them, it's like hard for me. Like, I did not enjoy Wake Up Dead Man. So it's like, oh, well, you could also not highlight them. But then it's like, well, then I'm not highlighting everything. I am going to not highlight like documentaries this upcoming year, like the Netflix documentaries I watch and stuff, because I feel like that was kind of pointless last year. But yeah, I don't know about, I like One Battle After Another. I love highlighting, and I feel like this page looks fine because I had so much more art for it. So I don't know. It's also, you know, like a me problem only. So I don't know if anyone out there cares, but if you have any suggestions or input on my media journal, just, you know, let me know. Let me know. I'm just putting down this random ass movie deco. It's in Gold Waves, if you're curious. But yeah, that is it for my December media. I read so many books this month, which was really fun and enjoyable. Watched some good movies, and that's pretty much it. this last star down here. Can I use this somewhere? This right here. Okay. It looks kind of random, but we're just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna get out my Oahu markers so we can give my little star ratings. I have the 100-pack Oahu markers. Okay, yours truly will do a red. We can do tomato. This was 4 stars. I mean, it was really close to 5. Like, it was probably like a 4.5 for me. But we're going to give it 4 on this. Okay, and then Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. Let me see. I need to look at my, before I completely just choose a wrong color. Let's do 289. Was 3 stars. I was pretty bored with this book. I will not be continuing this series. I believe it's a series. It was my first cowboy romance. I also don't think I'll be ever reading a cowboy romance again. Julie Chan is Dead. I rated 2 stars because I probably wasn't paying any attention, but also it just lost the plot. I was like, what? I'm using black for this one. And then The Teacher by Frida McFadden was... See, now I'm just making it up because I could check my Goodreads, but I can't log on to my Goodreads from my computer because I don't know my password. And let's do 575. I just don't remember what I rated all these, but I'm pretty sure I gave this 3 or 4 stars. But I'm going to give it 3 because, I mean, I feel like I gave it 4. I'll give it 4. I'm reading Perfect Sun right now, and I feel like that's definitely a 3-star because I was able to predict, like, everything so far. I've read so many Frida books since this month because this month was this month Housemaid? No, that was last month. Okay, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was an amazing 6 stars, 750. Emerald green, how perfect. This was one of my favorite books I read this year for sure. Love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I just love how she writes. Her characters are so well written. Like, ugh. Just takes me to another planet and escape. And I really love that for me. 6 stars, but we only got 5, so we're giving it 5. And then Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. Let's do 284. 284. 2 stars. I was very bored by this. Another audiobook I was very bored by. This and Julie Chen is Dead. And then Lessons in Chemistry. I think I still will use coral. Should I use a different color? I don't know. I'll just use coral. 30. Where is 30? Fluorescent red. That sounds like coral. Lessons in Chemistry was 4 stars. Again, the book I actually got was coral. But it's the one Plana Hannah chose for this is a different cover, so we're just rolling with it. 4 stars for Lessons in Chemistry. And then Atmosphere was another 5-star. Keep having to reference my freaking swatches and I can never find it. Let's do $3.89. Fresh Blue, 5 stars. And then we just have my movies. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the last page. I was gonna do like a wrap, but I just don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just do yellow for the movies. Wake Up Dead Man was like 2 stars. I mean, I'll give it 3, but it was so boring. Avatar was like 4 stars. 4, borderline 3, also very boring. The worst part about Avatar is it had the audacity to have the same storyline as the first 2 movies and still be fucking 3-4 hours long, however long I was watching that. One battle after another was 5 stars. So good. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this page on my left that's just like empty, but still on this December wrapped. Like I was going to do a yearly wrapped. I just don't know. It's so like, it's already February and I'm like, is there even a point? I don't know. So we have this page and then this is going to start. I mean, I guess I could just put like a cover page here and figure it out, you know? Like, it's fine. And then this is going to be my 2026 journal. So working backwards, we're going to do a quick little journal flip through. I did have my media journal flip through. I'm not going to have a full video on this, I don't think, just because I just did one kind of towards the end of the year. So that will be linked down below, but this is my media for 2025 in my media journal. We got December, which we just did together. November. October. September. August, my first long month. Oh, this is still one of my favorite pages. July, June, May, April and March, February and January. And then my Gamerias, my Tetris for the year. I did fill this up till the end, I'm pretty sure. So this is it completed. My Cuisines Eat It, I did fill that out. My playlist, these are the musicals and the concerts I went to. They were all 5 stars. My TV shows, and then over here are some movies I transferred over because I barely watched TV shows and watched a lot more movies. So these are all the movies I watched, except for like the documentaries. And then these are the TV shows over here. My games played, I never finished It Takes Two this year, but I already wrote it in. So we have that, but these are all the other games. I guess Peak was my favorite game this year. These are all my 5-star reads minus Atmosphere, because it wouldn't fit in this page, but these are all my 5-star reads for the year. Rainbow Challenge, I did end up completing this at the very end. I did not read a purple book until December when I read Not in Love. So even though I did not enjoy that book, I got an N and I got purple. So it was a win for me. This is my completed alphabet challenge. I am restarting both of these in the new year, my new journal. So I won't be continuing this from like 2026. My books read, which I am going to put all these titles on with you guys here that I just got printed from Hannah's shop. My book tracker, I did read 33, but there's only room for 30 on this shelf. So the last 3, Not in Love, Done and Dusted, and Atmosphere, are just not accounted for, which is fine. My rating system, my tracker is filled out. and my swatches and my about me. So in the new year, I am going to still be in this journal because I love it, and just start 2026 over here and keep journaling. So I'll have 2 years in this journal, which will be fun. I'm going to finish off this video and this 2025 media journal with my book covers, because I just got these in the mail too. So I got these printed book covers from Hannah's shop in a custom font, and I'm going to be putting these on all the spines to mark the books I read. So I already have Fourth Wing, which I technically read last year or 2 years ago, but that's fine. Iron Flame, Crying in H Mart, and I did preemptively color these spines to match the book tracker. And I just color coded these by how they looked on like the cover themselves. I didn't do like a color code system or anything. Summer in the City, The Underwear in My Shoe, Butcher and Blackbird. I did tell Hannah the dimensions I wanted, and she did great. I'm Glad My Mom Died. Adam and Evie's Matchmaking Tour. Heartstopper Volume 1. The Love Hypothesis. The Perfect Marriage. Say You'll Remember Me. Just for the Summer. I did also rank all these books, tier rank all these books, Sociopath. So I'll try and link that video down below if I remember. But I did tier rank all these, which was really fun. Parachutes, The Bodyguard, P.S. I Hate You. Why is that yellow? I think I forgot to put that cheat sheet. I think I forgot to put in P.S. I Hate You, so I colored it in after because it shouldn't be green. Fake Dates and Mooncakes. Check and Mate. Forget Me Not. The Rule Book. The Perfect Divorce. Part of Your World. The Housemaid. Yours Truly. Julie Chan Is Dead. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. The Teacher. My 30th book was Lessons in Chemistry. And that is it for that. I know I have 3 other books I read, but they're not fitting, so they're not being put on. But that looks really cute. So much better than if I would have written that myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed my final media journal with me of 2025. Like I said, I will be starting my 2026 setup and everything very, very soon. So I'll have that up, and then I'll get into my January media journal now that it's already February, I mean. So yeah, we're a little behind, but I did start this media journal in like August, so I feel like I caught up pretty well because it's February and I just finished. So love that for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so, so much for watching. All my spreads, January through December in 2025 are live. They will be linked in a playlist down below if you want to check that out. But thank you guys so, so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Woo!